So the characters in Dishonored, all of these characters are played by people on the internet. So every one of them is fully dynamic. The other thing about it is the models actually age over time. So if you waited long enough behind this guard, he would actually die of old age.
I think there are like 700 ways to get inside that building. The thickness of the air is simulated. We believed it's one of those things that players feel and they really like.
Yeah, most people won't notice it, but
no,
you'll
nobody
feel
will
it.
notice
You'll feel it
but
somehow.
you feel it somehow.
Yes.
This is the player's love interest.
No credit.
I just want to say something about the plants. The plants grow at real time in the game based on sunlight. You know, if they're not placed in a good place, they don't get enough light, they start to die.
Yeah, you can actually assassinate people just by like the way you treat the plants. Like if you don't put the fertilizer, as Harvey said, then they turn brown, which morale of the troops go down, and
It's depressing.
Yeah, it's depressing.
My cousin's a foreman at their mine. He says the slaves have dug half a mile down, so deep they're dying by the dozen.
Many
collapse of
useless
fume.
conversations.
So here the player's using a spring razor mine which throws shrapnel and severs limbs. So this player, playing on the internet, for the rest of his life he has no legs. I just want to comment on this light, in particular over this door frame. It's quite special. We have an artist on our team named Fabrice who spent, I would say, 11 months, almost a year.
Almost a year.
Working on this one light. It's I don't know, a work of art.
It's beautiful. Every AI that you did something bad to, if it survived, it will come back at you, maybe even on the next game. Like we have this thing where we save on your profile exactly what you did, and like if an NPC is survived something, then he tells his friends, and then this other NPCs like come and get you, even in a different game.
And if he doesn't, his children do. So here the player is going to possess the target next to the courtesan for the oddest three-way that has ever been in a video game.
You can possess doors, and so in this case you can just play as a door for the rest of the game, which some people find very fun.
We see a small percentage of players do the door playthrough where they just spend hours opening and closing.
When you sleep dog somebody, he wakes up from any position before falling for real. It's deliberate. We wanted that. We think it looks good. So here the player is so weak that he cannot even attack anybody. We want you to feel weak.
Yes, we modeled the stamina of the player, and so at this point the player is just exhausted. 3 days with no sleep and all of this climbing. He can barely crawl. He has the stamina of like a 90-year-old man at this point.